everybody. Welcome to our Thursday time together, our Thursday live. I've been looking forward to this all day. And one of the things that I want to know is just how are you doing? I've been concerned about you. I hope that you're doing well. Since I don't hear from many of you guys or hardly any of you, I assume that is good. I hope you're knocking it out of the park. You're reaching your goals. You're starting to see momentum happening. And a change is going on that's good. So that's what my hopes are for you. If there's anything I can do, I'm always available. Remember, through chat, through message, through Facebook, through email. Most of you got my phone number. You can call me. But I know it takes work, and it's a team. We're working on this together. So we're a team. We're doing this together. All right? So what did you do today? I don't have an opportunity to look at your chats because I'm using my phone. So I'll chat back with you later, but I hope you had a good day. Chat, just put in a message what you did today. Even if you're watching the replay, just say I did this today, just to kind of figure out what we did today. I'm going to talk about a few things today, but just relax time together. Spend some time to see how you doing. Today I went to, what did I do today? I went to I'm doing a little equipment, building some equipment for people who don't have. And I got a Vectra machine. A Vectra is one of the best gyms that's out there. And in case you're wondering which is the best gym, Vectra is the best. That's the most highly recommended gym. And some people buy them, but they don't have some of the attachments. And since the company closed, they can't get some vital pieces of equipment like squat attachments, something they can use to exercise with. I know how to make those, so I've taken on the task of making squat attachments for people that don't have them. Apparently a lot of people don't have squat attachments and they're looking for those, and that's what makes the gym complete. So I went this morning and found equipment pieces so I can, metal, so I can start making some more. But I do a very good job at that. So I'm proud of that, so I'm doing that to help people out. And what happened? I got a haircut today, and you probably can tell. So interesting, when you're younger, your hair is everything. I remember people touching my hair. We got a problem. Hey, you touch my hair, man. When you touching my hair, my hair I didn't have anything else but hair. That's all I had was hair. So nobody touched my hair. And I would spend time, in the mirror, you're looking at it from the side and patting it down. You never did this probably. You're patting it down and making sure it looks just right. And all this. And I remember just going through crazy details about my hair. Isn't that so vain? And now, you see I've cut it short. It's like I hardly have any hair. And that's, I think it's another sign of getting older. I cut it short. And let me show you how I comb my hair. I used to comb my hair so different ways. When you're young, you comb your hair to get it looking right. Here's how I comb my hair now. You ready? There, it's combed. So easy. When you get older, there's less stuff that you worry about. At least the stuff you used to worry about. Just less stress in your life. So if you're not old yet, don't rush. It's overrated. You will get there. You'll get there. But there's a lot of great things you can enjoy as you age, like becoming healthier, like what you're doing now, devoting yourself to becoming healthier and looking at the quality of your life. That's important, right? The quality of our lives are very important. But we're going to get there. It's not about how many years you live. It's how can you live healthfully. You don't want to be some old person who's getting your latter years. You can't see, can't walk, can't hear, don't know anybody. Just kind of a shell of a person. No, you want to be vibrant and alive. You want to be active and doing things. That's where you want to be. The Bible says that Moses was 120 years old. Get this, Moses was 120 years old when God took him. And the Bible says that his eyes had not dimmed, neither had his strength failed him. Can you imagine 120 years old and didn't need Visine or Viagra? That's God. That's God. At any rate, what are we going to talk about today? A couple of things I'm going to talk about. Let's see, I had a couple of things on mine. I'm going to talk about vision. That's one. I'm going to talk about cravings, and I'm talking about intermittent fasting. So let's get right to it. Let's start with cravings. A lot of times when people eat, the question is, are they hungry or is this a craving? Because you need to know the difference. A craving is a taste for something. So you'll eat because you have a taste for something. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're hungry. And a lot of times people get fat because they're following their cravings. They're snacking all the time, just comfort foods, things that they have a taste for. And they run, and they have stuff, you have stuff on your desk probably right now that you crave. So when the craving happens, you reach for that, whatever it is, and that satisfies your craving. But it's not necessarily a hunger. Now, a craving, for instance, when you have a nutritional deficiency, let's say if you're deficient in protein, and most people are not getting enough protein. You're probably not getting enough protein unless you're following the program like you should and have calculated how much protein you need. You may not be getting enough protein. So when your body has a protein deficiency, it'll initiate cravings. And the cravings will be for sweets, believe it or not. If you have a protein deficiency, you'll crave sweets. I found that to be true. When I'm not eating enough protein, I have a taste for, we have these bars that my son buys, I think it's a Cliff bars and different things like that. And I have a craving for like sweet stuff. And then if I eat enough protein, I find out that the craving goes away. Now, some people may have that craving for sweet stuff, may go out and get ice cream or cake or a piece of pie or whatever. Now, know that the craving does not mean you're satisfying the hunger. You're only satisfying the craving. And when you eat something and satisfy that craving, what happens? Another little while later, you got the craving again because you never satisfied the need. If you needed protein, the protein would satisfy the need, then the craving goes away. But if you don't satisfy what you need, you'll keep following cravings and you'll always go on from craving to craving. When your nutrition is balanced and you're getting the right protein, carbs, fats, you're getting the right vitamins and minerals that you need, you'll find that your cravings pretty much gone. You may have occasionally some cravings for something, but the cravings usually is a deficiency in something. They are deficiencies. So that's what cravings are. So manage your cravings well and know the difference between a hunger and a craving. A craving is for something specific. I got a craving for something sweet. You got a craving for popcorn. You got a craving for some chips or something that really is not a meal, but it's a craving for something extra. But when you're hungry, you really want a meal that will satisfy, and that'll eliminate your cravings. So that's what we're talking about with hunger versus cravings. Let's talk about vision for a moment. Vision. The Bible says where there's no vision, the people perish. Now, vision is very important. It's what guides you. Something has to give you a view, a mind's eye picture of where you're going. Now, the importance of vision. Think about any champion. They will create a vision of themselves winning or accomplishing that result of whatever they want. They have gone over it in their mind so many times that it's like they've already done it. They've embodied it. Everything about them has said they've already accomplished this. So that fear or the questions about it is all taken away because the vision has become so acute. So I want you to start creating your vision and then start learning how to adjust your vision. So what does it mean to create a vision of what you want? Like for myself, for instance, I have certain pictures of me when I was competing, bodybuilding years. And those are great pictures. It gives me a vision. It shows me what I can accomplish because I've done it in the past, what I've looked like in the past, the way my body looks, the definition, the things like that. I look at that and I can create a vision for that. You may have a vision that you want to lose the belly fat, or may want to lose some of the behind, or lose the buns, or whatever. If you have pictures of yourself where you look at where you're at your best, even if it's 20, 30 years ago, use that. Your best vision is using yourself. If you don't have those, maybe you see some others that maybe model what you tend to look like and create that. But ultimately, start seeing yourself the way you want to be. And when you close your eyes, imagine, just visualize yourself more and more that form that you want. Start seeing the reduction in that area that you want to be reduced. Start seeing, if you guys, you want to build muscle, start seeing the chest become broader. I envision my biceps growing, or my deltoids growing, or chest, or I visualize that. And I'll spend maybe 20 minutes per day just visualizing those changes that I want to have happen. Visualization works. I was looking at, lately, I'm doing a series at church on expanding your limits, or exceeding your limits. And one of the things I'm talking about is the rock climbers. I'm kind of taken by those free rock climbers. I mean, that's fascinating to me. The guys that would climb a rock without a rope or without, any kind of gear, just freehanding it. And one of the guys named Alex Honnold climbed El Capitan, which was like the pinnacle of rock climbing. People that experience knows El Capitan strikes fear in rock climbers, and the free rock climbers would dare do it. But Alex was able to accomplish that feat, and it was filmed. A documentary was made from it, and it won an Oscar with that. But amazing what he had to overcome to reach that level. And all I'm saying is that he visualized every day, every aspect of his climb. He created a visual board of what he needed to do, and he started to make it that he knew every step of the way. He created a vision of it, and he was able to accomplish that. And I'm going to share another quick story regarding vision. There was a king, and this may not be true, it may be fable, but it's an interesting story. A king had a son that was born with a spinal deformity, and he was very twisted, and he couldn't stand up straight. And he was kind of, one of those people that was very, dwarf-like. So his 18th birthday, his father asked him, "What do you want for your 18th birthday?" And he says, "I would like a statue of myself." And the father thought this was an odd request. He said, "But not like I am. I would like a statue of how I would appear, what I would look like if I was fully erect and perfect. And I would like for you to place it right outside my window in the garden. So that it's the first thing I see in the morning when I wake up and the last thing I see at night. I want to have that vision." So his father thought it was a strange request, but he erected it. He had this monument built, or this statue built of his son, the way he would appear if he was perfect and whole. And every day, his son would go out and he would visualize. And he would stand in front of this statue of himself, and he would stretch and he would pull and he would keep striving to try and achieve this potential that he knew was in him. And his father would look out, and very frustrating, just for his son, and thinking about, what he's going through and the agony that must be. But something began to happen. After some period of time, his body began to untangle itself. It began to straighten itself. And over time, he gradually began to become more and more erect. And over a certain point, he was able to look face to face with his image, this statue that was created. And that was the power of vision. Now, I'm sure there was a lot of work that goes through that. Whenever you have a vision, there's going to be a lot of self-talk. You've got to keep your vision on the forefront and know that you can do this. Visualization is huge. People do it all the time very successfully. Well, you can do it in your business. You can do it in a relationship. You can do it with your health. People that have illnesses have visualized themselves being well, that those cells are starting to work together. That they visualize the body healing itself, and this organ started to transform and becoming whole and new again. And they have found that the ones that can stay with that, it can truly visualize, have seen a transformation in their health. Visualization is huge. There's a lot of books about it. If you have an opportunity, go ahead and read. There's something called the Silva Method. A lot of books on visualization, and it may be something that you may find is very interesting. So that's a tip on visualization. Oh man, I'm going long. I don't mean to keep you guys too long. I'm trying to keep this out 15 to 20 minutes. So I want to talk lastly, I talked about visualization. I talked about beginning, there was one more. Intermittent fasting. Let's talk about intermittent fasting for a moment. Now, when you diet, if I had to lose weight, if I wanted to reach a goal, let's say if I had to lose 40 pounds in 2 months. There was one person that asked me, how would he lose 40 pounds in 2 months? One, you follow the program, what I'm talking about. If you follow it, you'll reach amazing results. But if you want to bump this up another notch, something that you might add to your repertoire is intermittent fasting. And intermittent fasting means that you take the foods that you're eating, same foods, without adding or taking anything away. You just condense them to a certain block of time. And the most common is an 8-hour window. So if you're going to intermittent fast, and you'll eat all of your foods in an 8-hour window. So it's maybe from 8 to 4, 10 to 6, 12 to 8, whatever that 8-hour window is, eat all of your food somewhere spaced within that time. And then the other 16 hours, you're going to drink just water, and nothing with calories, because you don't want to, change what your body's doing. It's going to be in a state of fasting. So for that 16 hours, you're going to just fast and drink water. But during that same 8-hour period, eat as much as you normally would eat. So if you're on 2,300 calories per day, eat 2,300 calories per day. So you're not really taking anything away, but the fact that you're putting the food in a certain framework and within a certain window of time and eating, you'll see amazing changes. And even people that want to eat their same diet, if you're eating junk food and donuts and whatever you may be eating right now, just go to intermittent fasting. Just do it within a certain window of time and watch what happens. So if you would couple intermittent fasting with some of the other techniques that I've mentioned, it's no way that you wouldn't be able to reach incredible results. I promise you. Try that intermittent fasting. So I've gone over a couple things today. I've talked about the plans. I talk about what was the first thing I talked about? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I've talked about intermittent fasting. I talk about vision and the things that we need to do to try to make things better. So just continue to stay focused. Stay focused. Don't give up. I know you won't. You've come too far. And one of my favorite quotes that I have, and may make a poster about it, it says, "I didn't come this far just to come this far." And that's you. You didn't come this far to stop. Sometimes the road's difficult. Sometimes you go through some challenging days. We all have them. We all have those days. But that's when you have to get back on track. If you fall off that horse, get back up on it. Get back on there again. Give me a call. I can talk you down. I'm one of the best at talking people through things. As you probably tell, I have that gift of gab. I didn't always have it, but I'm good at listening. I'm good at helping people through situations. So whatever you're dealing with, I can help you. You're in good hands. We're here together, and I'm excited about spending this time with you. All right. Make today an awesome day, guys. Make it as awesome as you are. And I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. You can always contact me, and let's get you through this thing. All right? Take care. Talk to you soon.